Welcome back on the SpaceInfo Podcast. Here we talk about space and everything related to it. If you are passionate about space, astronomy, technology and everything about it, you can join all our social platforms at the SpaceInfo Club or our website at www.spaceinfo.club, where tons of content and a community of experts are there waiting for you. This is the SpaceInfo Club. Today we'll start a new series, Space Fellows. We'll talk about scientists, men, women, astronauts, and people who contributed to the advancement of the presence of humans in space. Today, our guest is Wernher von Braun. If it's the first time you're listening to our podcast and you still don't know SpaceInfo, we are a community of space enthusiasts and we aim to bring space knowledge and information about space to everyone who is passionate. Maybe he's working in the field, or maybe has dedicated his or her entire life to a completely different field, or maybe you are on the step towards your college life. Everything related to space can be found on the SpaceInfo Club. You can visit our website at www.spaceinfo.club and you'll find exclusive content for free. You just need to register, sign up, and then all the content is there for you. Again, for free. Or you can find us on Instagram and our LinkedIn profile at spaceinfo.club. Now, let's start the episode. Wernher von Braun was a German-American aerospace engineer and space scientist who played a significant role in the development of rocket technology and space exploration during the mid-20th century. He is best known for his work on the V-2 rocket during World War II and his contribution to the United States space program, particularly the development of the Saturn V rocket that eventually took astronauts to the moon. Werner Magnus Maximilian Frieder von Braun was born in March 23, 1912 in Wirsitz, Germany, now is Poland. He developed an early interest in rockets and space exploration. His early life played a significant role in shaping his career and passion for rocketry and space exploration. Wernher von Braun was born in March 23 in Wirsitz, a town in the province of Posen, in the German Empire. He came from an aristocratic family with a long history of military service. From a young age, von Braun was fascinated by astronomy and space exploration. He was inspired by the science fiction writings of authors like Jules Verne and Hermann Oberth, a German physicist and space pioneer. He began building model rockets as a teenager, which marked the beginning of his interest in rocketry. Von Braun pursued his passion for rockets and space by studying mechanical engineering at the Bern Institute of Technology. He earned his bachelor's degree in 1932 at the age of 20 and went to a complete doctorate in physics in 1934. While still a student, von Braun, along with a group of like-minded enthusiasts, conducted experiments with small rockets. They formed the Verein für Raumfahrtschifffahrt, Society for Space Travel, a group dedicated to the development of liquid-fueled rockets. This early experimentation laid the groundwork for his future work on larger ones. In the mid-1930s, von Braun's expertise in rocketry and propulsion technology came to the attention of the German army, the Wehrmacht. He was then employed by the army to work on the development of rocket weapons. On von Braun's most significant early achievement was his work on the V-2 rocket, one of the most famous, which was developed during the World War II. The V-2 was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile and was used by the Nazi Germany for military purposes. Von Braun and his team played a central role in its development. As World War II came to an end, von Braun and his colleagues made a crucial decision to surrender to the advancing Allied forces, particularly the United States. Rather than falling into the Soviet hands, this decision ultimately led to his relocation to the United States and his involvement in the American space program. After coming to the US, von Braun and his team were initially based at Fort Bliss, Texas, where they continued their rocket research. Later, they were transferred in Huntsville, Alabama, where they played a crucial role in the development of the Redstone and Jupiter C rockets. Von Braun's most significant achievement was his leadership in the development of the Saturn V rocket, the launch vehicle that took astronauts to the moon during the Apollo program. His expertise was instrumental in the success of the Apollo missions, culminating in the historic Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. Let's dive now more into what made his name most famous, his contribution to human landing on the moon. Wait a minute, maybe it's the first time you're listening to the SpaceInfo podcast. So I have to let you know that SpaceInfo.club is a platform and a community. We are today counting more than 130,000 followers and members across all the different platforms. So I strongly invite you to visit our website at www.spaceinfo.club to discover all the content we publish, and also our Instagram account and LinkedIn profile. If you're a company or a professional who'd like to be featured on our platform, don't hesitate to contact us, so you'll be featured on our magazine, articles, and also can participate in the SpaceInfo podcast. Now, back to the episode. Von Braun and his team at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center were responsible for the development of the Saturn V rocket, one of the most powerful rockets ever built. The Saturn V was specifically designed to carry astronauts to the moon and was essential for the Apollo program's success. Von Braun's knowledge of rocket technology and propulsion systems was instrumental in the creation of this massive launch vehicle. He was actively involved in the planning and designing of the Apollo missions. He worked closely with NASA leadership to develop mission profiles, trajectory, and strategies for sending astronauts to the moon and safely bring them back to Earth. His deep understanding of rocketry and engineering allowed him to address complex technical challenges associated with lunar missions. He and his team ensured that the spacecraft and rockets were reliable and capable of performing the demanding tasks required for lunar travel. Von Braun himself served as the director of NASA Marshall Space Flight Center from 1960 to 1970. Under his leadership, the center played a central role in managing the development of the Saturn V rocket, overseeing testing and production, and solving technical problems. He played a vital role in shaping NASA's vision for human spaceflight. After retiring from NASA in 1972, Von Braun worked in the aerospace industry and continued to advocate for space exploration and colonization. He passed away on June 16, 1977, in Alexandria, Virginia. Von Braun was a passionate advocate for lunar exploration. He believed that landing astronauts on the moon would not only advance scientific knowledge, but also demonstrate the technological prowess of the United States during the Cold War space race. He supported the training of astronauts for lunar missions, ensuring the way and that they were well prepared for the challenges that they would have then faced on the lunar surface and during the journey. Perhaps his most notable contribution was the Apollo 11 mission, which successfully landed the first humans on the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, on July 20, 1979. The Saturn V rocket he helped to develop carried the Apollo 11 spacecraft to lunar orbit, and then the lunar module with astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the lunar surface. Armstrong and Aldrin's iconic moonwalk was made possible by the technology and planning that Von Braun and his team has contributed to. Von Braun's brilliance, technical expertise, and visionary leadership paved the way for humanity's greatest achievements in space. He played a pivotal role in developing the Saturn V rocket, the mighty vessel that carried astronauts to the moon, and his unwavering dedication to lunar exploration helped fulfill a dream that seemed impossible just a few decades earlier. But his legacy is not without controversies, given his early involvement with Nazi Germany's rocket program during World War II. Nevertheless, his decision to surrender to the United States and use his talents for peaceful space exploration showcased his commitment to a brighter and more hopeful future. Today, we remember Wernher von Braun not just for the rockets he's built, but for the way he inspired generations to look up at the stars with wonder and curiosity. His contributions continue to echo through time, reminding us that with determination and innovation, we can reach for the stars and achieve the seemingly impossible. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the legacy of Wernher von Braun. If you want to listen to further episodes, explore our podcast on Spotify and all the other podcast platforms. Also visit our website and see you in the next episode.